Hello and welcome to another edition of Currently in Quincy. I'm Joe Catalano, and on today's program we will learn all about this year's summer clinics offered by the Quincy Recreation Department. Director Michelle Handley will be joining us shortly. First, though, we do check out the weather and the news for you. Currently in Quincy, partly sunny skies, 74 degrees. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds throughout the afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 70s, may touch 80 degrees in some locations. Another comfortable night this evening with partly cloudy skies. Lows drop off to about 60 degrees. And then summer heat moves in for the weekend. Tomorrow, hazy, warm, humid, highs in the mid 80s, even hotter on Sunday. Triple H weather with a high about 90 degrees. It could break by Monday afternoon with some showers and thunderstorms. A high Monday right around 80. It looks very nice though for the rest of next week. Again, partly sunny, 74 in Quincy right now. In the news today, Quincy City Council has concluded their business before their summer recess earlier this week. Councilors did approve borrowing a total of almost $80 million for a variety of projects. The major item, that $53 million bond to purchase 3 properties on Hancock Street in Quincy Center for redevelopment. Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch says 2 of the 3 properties will be transformed into new residential, retail, and restaurant space.
Taking some two buildings. If you come in from the north, heading south on Hancock, on the right-hand side, the Taekwondo yellow building and the donut shop on the right, those 2 buildings would be taken. Now, as part of that project, to the left of that taking will be a new 15-story building with residential and retail, and to the right will be a new 7-story building with residential workspace, 2-story restaurant, and in between will be a beautiful new pocket park, which we've been successful at throughout the square. Both buildings will have restaurants that will spill into that beautiful park area, creating the nice cafe seating which people enjoy. We talk about these things, and Europe's been doing them for hundreds of years, and so they're not really new, but they work. They're proven. So, and then of course the IHOP over on the corner of Hannon Parkway and Bergen Parkway, that is the site for a future garage. We're going to need additional parking as we build out that side of Quincy Center. And we are working with the state and our partners at the federal government to see what kind of state and federal monies are out there to handle paying for the construction of the garage, at least the bulk of it. So that piece of land would be very valuable to us for the purpose of parking, because as we build out the square and including the Performing Arts Center, we're going to need places for people to park.
The mayor says the former Tasso's Pizza location, which was destroyed by a fire over 20 years ago, will be sold on the open market. City Council this week also approved $15 million for a new Quincy animal shelter, $7 million for public buildings improvements, and $3 million for new vehicles, including some electric school buses. The City Council will reconvene on September 12th. Now, before the new Quincy Animal Shelter can be built off of Corey Street, right near the new dog park, it will have to move to a temporary location over on East Squantum Street. City Council President Noel DeBona said the new animal shelter is long overdue.
Good stuff for the city to move it forward. I voted for it. I thought it's a very important part of moving the city. They obviously are going to get relocated from Broad Street. Right now, there's a relocation area. It's back behind the Naval Terrace in Ward 6, Councilor Harris's area. And until it gets built, we'll have like some type of area to allow the housing of these animals.
When it was first proposed back in 2017, a new animal shelter was estimated to cost $7 million. The council only approved half that amount. The cost has since more than doubled. Construction will begin later this year, may be completed in early 2024. A convicted mid-level drug dealer has been charged with selling drugs right in the parking lot of the Home Depot on Center Street in Quincy recently. Police arresting 22-year-old William Florimont of Boston for selling fentanyl, cocaine, and methamphetamine. Officers with the Drug Control Unit seized the drugs with an estimated street value of $20,000, along with $1,500 in cash. Now, police say Florimont had a previous drug conviction out of Suffolk Superior Court He now faces new drug trafficking, distribution, and possession charges in Quincy District Court. Police say Floremont's arrest will disrupt the flow of street sales in locations where drug traffickers attempt to blend in with the general population to conduct their business. Mannett Community Health Center of Quincy says their recent June Bloom annual fundraiser brought in more than $140,000 to put toward their mission of providing expert, affordable health care to the entire community. More than 300 guests gathered at Lombardo's in Randolph. They enjoyed food, music, raffle prizes, and much more. Meteorologist and horticulturalist David Epstein served as the host of the event this year. It also included comments from Quincy Mayor Thomas Koch and Mannett's CEO Cynthia Sierra. Mannett awarded its Mannett Medallion Award to the volunteers who helped deliver COVID-19 vaccines at various clinics throughout the pandemic. Past award recipients were also in attendance, including the only two-time award recipient, Norfolk County District Attorney Mike Morrissey. The guests at that event also enjoyed a video tribute that was produced by QATV's own Michael Jarvie. The first woman superintendent at the Norfolk County Sheriff's Office in its 229-year history, making news again. Danielle Frayne recently received the Spirit of Leadership Award from the Massachusetts Association of Women in Law Enforcement. Sheriff Pat McDermott praised Frayne for her consistent and clear leadership, saying she sets an example of ethical and professional leadership for all law enforcement professionals. Frayne has worked for the Sheriff's Office for 25 years. She was named Superintendent of Jail Operations in March of this year. That is our check of news today. Coming up, we sit down with Quincy Recreation Director Michelle Handley to talk about this year's summer programs. That's next. Quincy Access Television has gone high definition. Channel 1072 has been added to QATV's channel lineup. What is HD high definition? Well, it's being or relating to an often digital television system that has either 720 or 1080 scan lines per frame and a widescreen format. What does that mean? It means you get to experience the same award-winning programming with improved picture and sound quality. In addition to QATV's existing SD or standard definition channels, Channel 8 Public Access and Channel 9 Government Access enjoy our new HD Channel 1072. Check out 1072 for public access and government access programming in high definition. Welcome back. Almost right on cue, Mother Nature has switched to summer mode just in time to talk about all the summer recreation offerings here in the city of Quincy with Director Michelle Handley. You brought summer with you, Michelle.
I did.
Yeah.
I did. I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Sorry to spring. Summer is my favorite.
Is it? Yeah.
So here it is.
Yeah, well, thanks for that. We appreciate that. The first real
Right on cue.
hot and humid weekend coming up, yeah.
Right on cue. We're ready.
Although I'm sure you've been working at these programs probably since like February.
That is true. There's a lot that goes into the planning and preparation for the summer season. But we're ready. We're ready to kick off on Monday with our first two clinics.
Is Monday I was just going to ask, when does it start? So this coming Monday?
Monday, we have actually 3 clinics running beginning Monday. Everything else will begin July 5th.
Okay. So it used to be called Sports and More. Is that still the...
We do still have
Okay.
a camp. Now the staff is trying to get me to call it SAM.
Sam.
SAM,
Okay.
Sports and More. So we do have a clinic that is very similar to what you'd see in the movie Meatballs, a summer camp
Okay.
without hopefully the hijinks.
Right.
That will run up at Pageant Field. This week coming is called Summer Kickoff.
Okay.
And we'll have a softball clinic as well, run by Rachel Kelleher, Rachel Powers Kelleher, who is a superstar from North Quincy High, who is the coach at Wheaton College.
Oh, okay. Very good.
So that will kick off the summer next
Fun.
week for us.
Now, are you doing the traditional playground programs also this year?
Yes.
You are? Okay.
Absolutely. We're so fortunate here in Quincy, Joe, to have the support of the mayor and the city council. We are the envy of the other recreation departments around the Commonwealth.
bet,
We
yeah.
really are, that we have a mayor and a council who support the programs so much through the budget process to allow us to still run free, as in no cost,
Right, yeah.
programs throughout the summer months and the winter, throughout the season. We have free swim lessons for residents in the city that will start actually July 1st. We have a free playground program, which will be on 16 sites throughout the city.
Wow.
From 8:30 to 1:30, Monday through Friday, beginning July 5th.
Okay.
And we have a free night recreation program at 4 locations throughout the summer from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. That's also in support from a Shannon grant.
That's super.
Through the state. Our state delegation helps us secure the money for some of the night rec programming. But we're offering free programs from 8:30 to 1:30 and 5:30 to 8:30 Monday through Friday for the residents of the city.
Now, are those the programs that, do you have to sign up for those, Michelle, or are those just kind of show up and attend them?
That's a great question. Those registrations are not on our website, quincyrec.com. You register right at the program for those for those
That's how it always has
programs.
been then, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right on site. They're
Yep.
drop-in. They're free, as I said. I can't say it enough.
Yeah.
Free
No, it's great.
programs.
Yeah.
Bring your children. Free drop-in programs.
Yep.
So we put recreation staff at, as I said, 16 locations in the daytime and 4 locations in the evening for kids to drop in and out and have a safe place to go throughout the summer to play games and do crafts and play in the new playgrounds. The new playgrounds look fabulous.
Really?
The park department has done a wonderful job
Kincaid
with the
Park is
facilities.
astounding.
Kincaid is unbelievable.
Yeah.
LeBrec is almost finished.
Yep.
All of them, they're wonderful. We had a grant from National Park and Rec Association and the Disney Company, the Walt Disney Company, to redo the basketball courts at Snug Harbor this past year.
Okay.
Those are wonderful. So we're really looking forward to a great season.
How can folks find out where the closest one is to them, I guess?
They're listed on quincyrec.com.
Okay.
Or certainly could call our recreation office, which I think you're putting the number up probably for us. But
Yep. One Fun, right? 3761 Fun?
yeah, 1394
Okay.
now. Yep, 617-376-1394.
Okay.
For the phone number, please call us anytime. Email us.
Yep.
Email me. Emails are on the website.
Okay.
We're happy to answer any questions.
It's a great central location, really is, to find out about all these programs and more. We don't have enough time to talk about all of them
I know.
today, but I do want to offer some highlights for folks just to know that they are being offered and that many of them are free, and that they start very soon.
They sure do.
Yeah.
I think one of our programs that gets often overlooked, and so many people in the city don't realize that we have, is the wonderful boating and sailing program
Yes.
at the William F. Ryan Boating Center on Blacks Creek.
Yep.
That is a phenomenal, very, very low cost program for residents of the city. If you take a kayak or canoe out around the creeks on Black Creek and by the lagoon there, you could be anywhere. You really could be anywhere.
In the mountains of
pictures
New
are
Hampshire
unbelievable.
or Vermont or
Right,
yeah, it's
right
gorgeous.
here in Quincy.
Yep.
And it's always 10 degrees cooler there.
Yes.
I promise.
Yes.
If it's a hot day,
Yeah.
head to the creek. It is always 10 degrees cooler. The staff will know. You'll see them in long sleeve shirts. And we're boiling at the top of the hill at Sports Amore. They're nice and cool at the bottom.
Yeah, but it's
at
it's a
Blacks Creek.
protected area. It's it's calm water. It's just a very welcoming place to be, and
It is.
there's a very hushed atmosphere that comes over it as well. Even though Quincy Shore Drive is right on the other side of the hill.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The hustle and bustle of all the programs going on around it, when you go down to the creek, it is serene. As you said, nice and peaceful and calm.
It's funny. I was
And-
talking to Paul Lewis from the Quincy Bay Race Week Association, and he, really hailed that program as one that got him interested as a child in sailing. And here he is today, the Commodore of the Race Week Association. And I'm sure that you hear that story all the time.
That's so neat. We do run into people all the time who have roots here in Quincy, who have moved to the South Shore or other locations, or are still here in Quincy, who grew up attending the programs
Sure.
that the city's been able to offer for all these years. Like I said, thanks to the support of the mayor and the city council, we're very fortunate in Quincy to be able to offer so many different programs throughout the year
Yeah.
for our residents. And we do participate in Race Week still.
Oh, you do?
We do.
Okay.
We're one of the few still sailing widgeons.
Yes, yes.
During COVID, we did switch to the single sailboats. They're often called Opties. That's one of the brand names for the single-person sailboats, the smaller prams that the kids learn to sail. And our kids, once COVID was not over, but when the restrictions changed
Yeah.
and we were able to go back into a 3 or 4 person boat, the kids chose the 3 and 4 person boat over the singles. They
Okay.
love the camaraderie of having a captain and a crew in a widgeon.
Yeah, and
They love it.
that's the bigger goal and mission of that program, right? Is teamwork, team building, and cooperation and partnership and problem solving. More than just having fun out on the water.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. The participants in our programs and our staff end up with, much greater experience than they would have imagined
Right.
from the beginning.
Yep.
With all of those great attributes that you just mentioned, teamwork, problem solving, how to lose gracefully, how to win, in a nice sportsmanship manner.
Correct, yeah.
And how
Yeah.
to deal with adversity if something's not exactly going your way. There's a lot to offer, and just the friendships and the fun.
Yeah. So there is still availability in the sailing programs?
There is.
Okay.
Yep, sailing registration memberships are available online.
Okay.
And there are openings in the classes, which will start July 5th.
Okay.
And that registration's right online at quincyrec.com.
Okay.
Absolutely. We still have openings in the swim lesson program.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Excellent.
We have
With
some
the Lincoln Hancock Pool locker rooms are ready
Okay.
and open.
All right.
And the pool heater has been repaired, so the cooler is back up to 80 degrees.
Oh, that's nice.
Which is wonderful.
Yeah, yeah.
And the water, we are, Joe, I don't know if a lot of people, another thing that people may not know, we are a licensed provider for American Red Cross. We are a Learn to Swim location. We teach American Red Cross lessons. And so all of our staff are trained American Red Cross lifeguards.
Oh.
And trained American Red Cross water safety instructors. And we actually have 2 American Red Cross lifeguard instructors on staff as well.
Okay.
And we take that very seriously. Safety
Yeah.
is very, very important for us. In fact, right now we're helping the Quincy Fire Department do a water rescue training right now, actually
Really?
at the pool.
Is that right?
I've
Okay.
got staff at the pool right now getting ready with the firefighters, so
Yeah.
that's wonderful. But our swim lesson program is for ages 6 and up.
Okay. We have some visuals we can show folks
Perfect.
too while you
We
tell us
start
about it. Yeah.
at level 1 and teach all the way through level 6 from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
2 sessions of swim lessons offered through the summer. And registration is ongoing right at the office at 1 Marymount Parkway.
Okay.
At the recreation office, I have a swim staff. I have a member of my aquatic staff there today, Monday, and Tuesday
Oh, okay.
for any openings that exist.
Okay. Is there a cost for that, Michelle?
The lessons are free.
Okay.
What one needs is a pool membership card.
Oh.
And there's a small fee associated with that, but we do have scholarships available for those who can't pay the membership fee.
Oh, okay. Very good.
So the lessons are free.
And we've heard in the news about the shortage of lifeguards at some of the state-run swimming facilities. How are we set here in Quincy?
There is a shortage all over the country.
Yeah.
Really, that's one of the hot topics through all of my trainings. And we're a member of the Massachusetts Recreation and Park Association and the National Recreation and Park Association, and that has been a hot topic throughout the winter,
Right, yeah.
throughout the year. We are very lucky here in Quincy, again, thanks to the support of the mayor and the council,
Yep.
that last year we were able to bring a fellow in from New Jersey to run a lifeguard instructor class. So we now have 2 lifeguard instructors who work for us, for the city of Quincy.
Wow,
And so
okay.
we've been running lifeguard classes throughout the whole school year. In fact, we're running one more this coming week. We have 6 people enrolled in a class that will start Monday.
Okay.
And so we're going to be okay.
That's good.
We've been working really diligently at recruiting and training folks who are interested in being lifeguards. We've worked with the Quincy Public Schools and have held lifeguard tryouts every couple weeks
Okay.
throughout the spring. And that's been really great. That's been a positive thing for us. It is difficult to compete with the state.
Well, they were
with
offering,
Walston.
signing bonuses and all kinds of incentives.
They have, and having a DCR property right here in the city is
Right.
a little bit difficult to compete with.
Wallaston Beach, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Especially when you have an indoor facility in the summer, it's a little bit tough to convince the young kids that it's safer to not be in the sun they're not they're not caring so much about
Sure.
about their skin at that age. They're thinking the tan would be much better.
But it is a paid position, right, with the city?
It
to
is.
be a lifeguard, yeah.
It is a paid position, and the Park and Recreation Board had voted to increase the rate
Okay.
for first-year guards. So we're not as high as DCR. We can't compete completely, but it made it competitive. We offer year-round. Our facility is
There
open
you go.
year-round.
There's your benefit,
We
yeah.
have, I think you have the graphic for our recreational swim program as well.
Yes, we'll show folks that, yeah.
We'll be open starting Monday night, actually, Monday through Friday evening from 5 to 9 p.m.
Oh.
5 to 6:50 for a family and youth swim, 7 to 7:50 for senior citizens to do lap swimming, and then 7:55 to 8:45 for adults, lap swimming.
Okay.
And then also Saturday and Sunday, starting not this weekend, not the weekend of 4th of July, but the following weekend. We'll be open Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 1, broken down into adults and seniors from 10 to 10:50, and then youth and family from 11 to 12:45. So there's plenty of opportunity to cool off at the Lincoln Hancock Pool this
Yeah.
summer.
And do you need a pool membership card for that also? You do?
You can certainly buy a pool membership card for that. We also have a guest fee, so $2
Oh,
for children
okay.
and $5 for adults.
Very reasonable, okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
if you
And,
wanna
and
just
if
do it
that's a
one time,
problem with
yeah.
somebody, we just have you come in and sign the waiver and get in the pool. The reason for the membership really is the waiver of liability.
I see, okay.
That, of course, we're required to have for everybody. So if you have a membership, the guards know that you've signed the waiver. It's the easiest way to handle that.
I see, okay. Tremendous opportunity for the city, really. And I bet you're right, a lot of folks, especially new arrivals to the city, aren't aware of that facility, or
Yes.
these offerings, yeah.
Yes, and some folks, who maybe went elsewhere because the locker room facility wasn't updated, should come back.
Okay.
Because it is updated.
Okay.
The locker rooms are open, and swimming is a wonderful, wonderful activity. And if folks are still worried about COVID and the germs,
Yeah.
the chlorine, it is safe. That was one of the first activities to reopen through COVID.
Sure,
So
yeah.
it is a safe way to get your exercise.
Yeah. Are there any,
course.
at the height of the pandemic, we know we had some restrictions because of COVID with masking and hand washing. Is there anything in place still, do you know, with regards to COVID?
Out of necessity,
Yeah.
nice things happen.
Yeah.
So some of the changes that we've made to our programs, because we had to, with restrictions and new guidelines from the Commonwealth, we've actually decided to adopt some.
okay.
So we still have hand washing capability at all of the locations.
How is that a bad thing, right?
Right, exactly. It's
Yeah.
one of those things we're not sure why we didn't do that in the first place. And we will still use the online check-in model, using an iPad for some of the programs in the clinics. Because again, why go back to paper? It's better for the environment and really better for record keeping for the staff as
More
well.
efficient, yeah.
Right.
Okay.
The group size guidelines are the same. We will still wash equipment at the end of the day. There's just some things, as you said, why weren't we doing this
Right,
before?
yeah.
There's some of the creative
Not only for
changes
COVID, but
that we
just,
made. Right.
regular colds even.
Absolutely,
Yeah. Okay.
absolutely. And though masks are not required
Okay.
right now, we will certainly have masks and hand sanitizer available at all programs for anybody who would like one.
Okay. Okay.
Absolutely, we have them at the pool. In fact, one of the lifeguards made a save the other night, and
Really?
and right away went and changed her mask. She changed her mask before she put on her dry uniform.
Sure. Wow,
Because
okay.
she's a person who would prefer to wear a mask when
Okay.
she's in an indoor facility, and so that's of course welcome if anybody chooses to wear a mask. But we don't have a requirement this summer for masks.
Okay, all right. So it's basically following the state guidelines.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
I know a lot of the clinics are full, but are there any that are still open?
They are
They are,
full. They
yeah,
are
I
full.
know.
And the most popular age group this year was for kindergarten to grade 2.
Really?
So we're looking to add some more opportunities for those little ones.
Okay.
That's a really fun age group, and my staff is wonderful. They are the cornerstone of the department, and without them, I'm just one person. I have an administrative assistant, Eileen Henry, who's excellent, a program coordinator, Eric DeBoer, but we're the only 3 full-time staff in our department.
Yeah.
So the 215 hourly staff are really the bread and
Crucial,
butter
yeah.
and the meat and bones of the program, and they do such a wonderful job that those K-2 programs sold out in the first day. By
Wow.
9:30 p.m. they were full at 40 participants per
Okay.
group. And that's the thing with the younger children, you can only have so many. There's different guidelines with
Gotcha.
your ratios, so we max out at 40 with the younger groups. But there are still openings in some of the sport programs,
Okay.
and some of the older children sports and more programs.
Okay.
We added last year a leader in training program for children, preteens, teenagers who are aging out of the clinic program but maybe too young to work, so entering 9th and 10th grade. We're offering a leader in training program so that they can be on the other side and still
maybe give back when they get old enough.
exactly
Right? Yeah.
still go and attend camp but as a leader.
Okay.
And
All right.
it was really wonderful last year to see those kids, and
Fun.
and some of the little ones really look up to them because they're not old like me. They're closer to their age, and so they can relate to
Yeah.
them a little bit better. And it was a really positive
Wow.
new addition.
Sounds
that
like
came out of COVID. Another thing that came out of
Yeah.
COVID.
Best
to
thing
do that.
sounds like is just to go to the website or give you a call. If
Absolutely.
you need questions answered or get more information.
Absolutely, QuincyRec.com.
Yeah. We're so proud here at QATV to partner with you again this year on a TV production workshop, which is full, by the way.
It is full. Also full.
Yes, but our
also
own
full.
Mark Crosby has been teaching kids for many, many years here, and we're
Oh, it's
happy to
wonderful.
do it again. Yeah.
It's wonderful. They look forward to
Good,
it.
good.
Oh, we love it. We love that
Good.
program in musical theater, arts and crafts.
Yeah.
We don't just run sport
That's right.
programming.
Sports and more,
That
yeah.
was the tagline for many years. Sports and more.
Yeah.
We have cheerleading, dance camp, arts and crafts camp, musical theater, boating, sailing, swimming, lots of things that are not just sports. We
Right.
have something for everybody, we hope.
Have a great summer, Michelle. Great
Thank
to see you.
you so much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you so much. You too. Enjoy it. Come see us.
All right. Thanks for
That's
coming
my
over.
plug. Come see us.
Just enough time to check the forecast, and summer is here, by the way, after today for sure. Nice day today, around 80 degrees, but we really heat up over the weekend. Triple H weather both Saturday and Sunday, maybe some showers around here on Monday. Thanks again to Michelle Hanley for joining us today. Thanks to our crew. Thank you for watching. On Monday, it's Quincy Ward 3 Councilor Ian Kane. Join us then. For all of us here at QATV, I'm Joe Catalano. Have a great weekend.